Good afternoon. It is Friday night. This is CSHR Random Happenings on CSHR Radio. My co-host tonight is Mrs. Jackie Hyde, our beautiful COO, and His Unholiness is also my co-host. Harshmed won't be making it tonight. He's not feeling well, so it's just us three. The Three Musketeers, as it were. Jackie, I do believe we're gonna give you the podium and let you have at it. So have fun, babe.
Listen. Okay. I don't know how many of y'all are aware of the fucking stupid internet motherfuckers that want to hang around, talk shit, fucking bring everything they can into whatever, even their own personal lives. Like some of them come around with, oh, my poor husband, my poor this, and you find out that they're nothing but psycho motherfucking bitches. Fucking out here trying to flirt with every online person and acting like they ain't cheating on their boyfriend that's sitting next to them. Oh, I just sent him my tits and he blasted them, but I wasn't cheating. Fuck out of here. And then you got these brave ass bitches that'll actually take their kid on video chat with you and them and take their kid to a playground with a whole ass another man that they say and they love so much, and they expect you to go home and look their boyfriend in the face and act like they ain't being shady behind their backs. They can't even, they want to talk big. They want to talk fight words. They want to sit here and act all big the minute you want to go and fight them. Oh, no. I'm going to bring a weapon. No, you can't come up here. I'm not going to let you in my house. Bitch, you just wanted to sit here and fucking talk smack. Like your shit don't stink. Okay? Then you got the other half of the internet bitches that literally are only on here so that they can get some free followers on their OnlyFans accounts. Looking for their next freaking husband. The amount of girls that I can count that have gone into these freaking mommy groups, these drama groups, and have picked one of these dumbass men to be their husbands. Then they come back crying 6 months later. Oh, poor me. Guess what this guy did? Bitch, you met him in a drama chat. What did you think was going to happen? You moved state lines. Some of them have even gone the lengths to move fucking countries. Some of them are talking about moving countries, and for some reason, fucking over 10 grand spent on that bitch's ass, and she still can't get her ass over to the UK. Like, the fuck kind of shit is that? Y'all are a bunch of fake ass motherfuckers. Honestly, I pray to God that someday somebody takes power in these goddamn countries and brings it back to the days when you could go roll up to somebody's ass, roll up to their house, and just grab them and smack them one, and the cops would be like, fight's a fight. You wanted to talk? Well, words come out. They slapped your mouth to see if the words would go back in. Like shit, if you hit them hard enough, do they think better? Do they need their teeth? They clearly don't, because the fucking so goddamn fast they can't even fucking eat.
Hey, I got an answer for that. Hell yeah. You get hit hard enough, hell yeah, you gonna rethink your choices. You know how I go? Experience.
And what's worse is you got a bunch of friends that care about you too much to let you go and punch a bitch out. Because yeah, unfortunately in this day and age, you go punch a bitch out, you're probably gonna do a little bit of time over it.
Oh yeah, I mean, in Canada, I heard today in Canada, if you don't use somebody's pronouns, you can go to jail for that.
Yep. It's under the hate speech laws. It's also if you there's quite a few other things in that. If you even openly digress with certain religions,
okay,
you can go to jail.
I have not yet said this at all publicly. Yeah, typically when the conversation about like pronouns comes up, I tend to get mute and back away.
I don't.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Quit confusing people.
See, my biggest thing is if you were born with a dick, you're not a chick. Period. Okay. I don't give a fuck what you think you are.
I actually didn't say nothing at all about this, but
I did.
I know, but that's how it even came up. So the other week I was making a delivery and I really thought the person sitting on the porch was a guy. I was trying to be polite and to be professional. Have a good day, bud. Oh my god,
Thank you, sir.
they got so angry at me. Like I'm profusely apologizing. Like, look, I'm sorry. I was just trying to be polite and speak. I was just trying to get some
Say,
customer service
so,
bonus
Okay,
points.
okay, but
I
like,
would
but
have
like,
looked at him like, okay, if you want to call yourself a woman, at least shave the fucking beard off. You know?
okay,
I
but
definitely cannot say that while I'm in an Amazon uniform.
Ah,
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. I watched a video quite a while back. I have it saved because it's one of my favorite videos. And this guy, who you would almost think was kind of one of those people because of his hair and shit, he's not. But so when you're thinking about a pronoun, as we're taught in the English language, it is a third party perspective. So how can I be charged for using a third person word that is based off of my experience, my eyes, and my brain? Why am I catching shit for using that? Because when I look at you, you present to me as a male. How am I supposed to know that inside of your heart you feel like a freaking woman and you dress up like Britney Spears on Tuesdays at the freaking local bar?
How about this one? It kind of piggybacks on everything that Scott, was letting loose on his live stream. It really does because to me that's a moot point. I have spent almost 40 years enduring people dropping the hard ER at me. And I ain't had to do I only thing I could do about it was grow some balls. It'd be like
Well, it's just words. Like, yes, I know
exactly.
my beginning stages, at the end of the day, those are just words, right? But there are certain consequences for word choices and you have to be aware of them. But at the end of the day, somebody accidentally calling you the wrong pronoun, if you've never met that freaking person before, you can't get mad at them because you haven't even given them a chance to learn, or a chance to get to know you, because you have to know somebody on a personal basis to know how they feel inside. We haven't been gifted that ability to just walk up and read somebody's mind. And that is what they expect from us. They expect us to read their mind.
How you
Ryan
doing,
McCall.
Charlie?
Like, I ain't about that shit, like
Ferg said he got booted from the chat again.
so did I, because I'm gonna roll up on somebody, but everybody does, like, apparently you can go to jail for rolling up on somebody. So fucking I'm gonna still probably roll up on Monday though. I still ain't over it. I still want to roll up because you know what? I just miss the good old days when you could just fight it out. Like, why can't we just fight it out anymore?
Because the world is so
Holly says blame the ginger.
Yeah, blame the ginger. It was me. I came fucking unglued today because I'm
Fergs,
sick
that's
of
right.
everybody's shit.
Sharing is caring, and share today to support your local content creators. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is click that share button. No, it's not. And I told her that while she was on her way, and I was like, look, it's Friday. It'll be Monday before one of us could get her out anyway. So don't go do that tonight.
Listen, I was like literally just about to get off the highway to turn into the city. That's how motherfucking close I was to that bitch's fucking house.
But
Yeah,
hey,
I'm announcing
Fergs,
it
you're
on
right.
5. I was going to do something illegal.
She is the ginger, but I hate to say it, Jackie looks better as a ginger.
Me as a person, I know a lot of you, you have your own views of me. Some of you have gotten to know me on a personal level and have a lot of different things to say about me than the other people. But when I become your friend, I love you unconditionally. I do a lot of shit. Yeah, I may have friends that you don't like, but we're
Thank you for
adults.
that, Ryan.
We can have
I appreciate that,
friends that
Ryan.
we don't like and that we don't get along with each other. I should never be told that I have to choose, nor should I have to be thrown aside and not given even 5 minutes out of a week. At the end of the day, like, we should be able to accommodate those people, especially when that said person is such a needy individual that if you don't message them, they act like you don't care. So you start acting that way and wanting to be there for them. They just turn around and fucking flip their whole script that the reason that they're ignoring you is because you're friends with somebody they don't like. That's all it takes to lose a friend these days, is because you talk to somebody that they don't like. Why
Right.
can't we make our
Right.
own
And that's
perception?
exactly.
And that's because these people, like, I know, like, I'm mad at this person, but I should be mad at society, because society has brainwashed so many women, so many men, that they have to all think the same. If you do not think in the linear fashion, the way they want to, the they, them, theirs, the all of this, the following Hollywood, following the baddies, you're not following
Uh oh.
them, you're not being right.
That's not jingling keys. That's my dog behind me. That's his tags. He's back there scratching.
Jingling, jingling, jingling.
Yeah, let me go back to this because she was ranting there at the moment. Jackie, thank you for that, Brian. I appreciate that. I tried to say it then, but you know, she's typical female, just running her mouth. So, you know.
No, and that's just it. You gotta be willing to hear everybody's side. Fergs is right. You know, like, people like you, if you're gonna go out there and you're gonna bash somebody, you gotta be ready and willing to let them come back and say it. That is one of the benefits of people that get into journalism. They chase down both sides of the story. You know, a true, real journalist, a true person coming out, come talk to you about something they've encountered, they are going to do their best to get both sides. Unless you're owned by the government, then I don't speak for you guys. But true journalists, especially the rebel medias, they really do try to push for that both sides to get you the truth.
Yes and no. Yes and no. When one side,
Well, I mean, we've been seeing the news. Yeah, we've been seeing journalism now for the past 4 years. It's been skewed to one side. So,
Exactly.
I mean, it's.
But those are government funded 90% of the time. So if you're funded by the left, you can only speak on the left. If you're funded by the right, you can only really speak that side, right? But when you,
Right.
like, I have gone to some of those underground journalists, and we need to bring that shit back, though. And I've been saying that since the day I started on your guys' show. We need to bring back the more uncensored, the more truthful, honest radio and news.
Yeah,
We can't be
absolutely.
having this shit that's supposed to brainwash you. We are supposed to have
Exactly.
freedom of thought, freedom of speech. And when you have governments that are planning on charging you for just having the thought process, they're not even going to let you get to the point of committing the act. The fact that you even remotely think it is what's going to land you in jail.
So
That's communism.
The comment
I mean,
before the one that you just had up, whoever sells papers is the headlines. Who the hell's selling papers anymore? Who buys a
no, what he
newspaper?
means is whatever gets ratings.
Okay.
That's the headline.
Okay.
And yeah, it may not be papers anymore, but I mean, it's still a newspaper in a sense because we see the headlines on news articles and stuff. You know, I mean, the thing about it is, and I'm not by any way, shape, or form trying to promote this company, but if you haven't seen "What Is a Woman" by Matt Walsh on the Daily Wire, you really need to go and see it. You really need to get you a subscription and watch it. Ms. Jackie, I think you can actually get that up there because it's a paid service. It's not like a news.
Absolutely, it is. And that's like what Cody's asking is, where I'm living, I'm getting to see what you used to hear about back in, like, World War II and USSR days, where they had underground newspapers. So we up here have at least 7 different underground newspapers. They're very public, like, they're not hiding it from the government or the police by any means, but they're putting out news articles and different papers like Druther's. We have Rebel Media. We have the Veterans Affairs. They put out their own news. Quite a few of these different people are coming out and putting their own papers out because the true stories aren't being put out anymore, and people up here are starting to realize that our media is heavily corrupted, especially after Bill C-11 got pushed. When Bill C-11 got pushed and we were no longer allowed to share news on social media without social media paying for the news articles or whatever, which means, like, even Americans, when y'all share a freaking news article to me, I can't see it on Facebook. You have to send it to me a different way so I can actually open it and go to the actual like CNN website or the Fox website or whoever it is, Globe and Mail, whoever you send it to me from. But I can't even share my Canadian news onto my Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or anything like that. There's a complete publication ban on news up here. So it's really wild. So I've been enjoying seeing things like Truthers and all that come out and start actually touching base on the real true stories that the news isn't allowing us to see. They just want to talk about Ukraine. They just want to talk about climate change and the new Pathways Alliance carbon capture program, which is absolute fucking horseshit. I'm going to work on it eventually here, but like it's bullshit. That whole carbon capture system, it ain't gonna work.
So, so I'm about to smack two of Tyler's comments at one time. Funny right there. That's funny. God bless VPNs. That is funny. But on a quick thing, can you two by chance give me a quick rundown of Project 2025? I asked this.
Okay.
I'm asking
the
because
thing is, it was it's from the Heritage Foundation project, and that's a very, very far radical right think tank, basically, the Heritage Foundation. That'll never go anywhere. I mean, it's not even a thought in anybody's minds. You know, Donald Trump is not endorsing it in any way, shape, or form. He didn't even know about it until somebody asked him recently. You know, I mean, it's just liberal scare tactics is what it is right now at this point. And
Well,
they literally took this far radicalized right wing think tank. Yeah, it's ignorance mostly, Max. Like Hoey said right here, 900 pages of rhetoric. I mean, it's nobody believes in any of the stuff that's in it. You know, I mean, it's. Oh, nice.
Unicorn poop.
Unicorn
Nice.
Unicorn,
But you
or
know,
is it unicorn piss?
Unicorn
the Heritage,
Ah.
the Project 2025 thing is just garbage. I mean, literally garbage. Nobody really believes in it. You know, I mean, it's just these weird wingnut right wing people.
It's
know,
net. It's net zero 2050 up here. We have to be net zero by 2050.
Yeah, but no,
Okay.
what he's talking about, Project 2025, and the reason these people are freaking out is because somebody hacked into the Heritage Foundation and accidentally leaked it. Well, let me
So
put
the
that in
reason
quotations.
The
Accidentally.
reason I asked, okay, not long ago, one of my buds posted something about it and was like, he basically said, like, all these people talking about this should be Project 2025 is what they need to be worried about. That was the first mention I've seen of it.
No,
I've
nobody
noticed
has to be worried about that.
I've noticed since I saw that post, I've noticed a lot of traffic about it, and it was just like, what is the new scare tactic they're putting out now?
That's it. That is it right there. They're trying to say that if Trump gets elected, that he's going to enact Project 2025. Him as a president does not have enough power to do that, for one. And for two, he's not even a supporter of it.
Okay, so
He's said that many a times.
So since I see now, and I didn't got a kind of a basic kind of grasp of it without even needing any details, I'm gonna throw a vet session out here real quick. The following things are how I will block you on social media. If you send me anything about Project 2025, Project 2030, Project 20, any of that shit, I'm gonna block you. If you send me anything about Nasura anymore, I'm gonna fucking block you. I'm so tired of hearing about Nasura.
What's okay? Never mind. I don't want to ask because you probably don't even. I've never heard of Nasura.
It's another one of those.
It's right there in the lines of that. It's actually floated through two names, Nasura and Jasura. How the names changed up, I don't know.
Look. I'll give you a good gauge. I'll give you a good gauge right here. Yeah, just send Max Spotify likes. Yes, we always welcome those.
Likes and links. If you send me
likes and links.
If you send me Spotify links of good music, you will be my BFF.
Now, hold
I
on, Max.
no, that's how you get your BFFs. My BFFs, the only people that truly I can flat out say that I actually truly enjoy are the people that sit down and enjoy music with me.
Okay, but
Those are the
hold
people
on.
that
Getting back to
really.
what, but getting back to Max's subject here about 2025, Jasura and Nasura and all that other crap. Don't worry about any of that crap unless you see me freaking out about it. When you
I'm
see
not
me
worried
freaking
about
out, then you know there's a problem.
it.
Because I
So
don't care
okay,
about shit, you know?
No, you see, for me, the music thing is honestly, I feel like more people need to. I feel like if I say it, some people might actually think about it and realize that it's true. But like, I feel like the big thing with music and why it's turning so shitty and all this stuff is so fucking garbage that's coming out nowadays is because they don't want people to vibe the way they used to. Like, I'm sorry, but there was some music, like there is still some music that comes out nowadays, but like it makes you vibe a certain way. It makes your energies be able to change. And when you like something that somebody else's likes and you're not like, let's say you don't live near each other, it's a good way to vibe and have that energy together. You're able to share energy from a distance in a way. And I
so
mean, that's just
in
This is a
recent
vibe
times,
right here.
Hoey, don't be telling them about SoundCloud. That is like where I go find my pots of gold to find find things. That's like
you made me join SoundCloud again. So I found all my old shit that I used to share on SoundCloud.
yeah. So something a DJ and a producer taught me is a lot of producers put like the free downloads in SoundCloud. Sometimes they get a little creative and you got to search for them. But yeah, SoundCloud is a gold mine. But on your comment about good music, it's not that good music isn't coming out. It's just that good music isn't pushed by the big record labels. It'll be like
But
a
that's
lot of good.
also but that's also a big issue though, is that like even some of my actual artists that I've liked, they went from one sound to a completely different, absolutely
Industry,
disgusting sound.
industry.
And that is what is even coming out. Like it is one in a blue moon that I'm actually finding something decent. There's okay music, but it's not the same as it once was. No matter what, even if it is that down to the earth good shit, it's just not the same anymore.
So if you
Freaking
look,
the popular music is
if
about
you look
riding
at
a dick now.
yes, it is. It's about be that, and it's that
Yeah.
everybody's got like, and it's weird because this goes hand in hand in the conversation. You'll be like an ongoing conversation that one of my homies has and brings up a point he makes. Everybody talks about industry standard, industry standard. I mean, whether it's being a DJ, whether it's being a musician, truth is industry. It's just like switching from like being a mom and pop's restaurant to letting like McDonald's buy you out and just serving McDonald's all day now.
Small businesses are dying. That's
Well,
all I'm going to say.
I'm getting really tired too of not just the music industry, not just Hollywood, and not just like even just schools. Pushing the fucking sexualization of everybody. The fact that we are encouraging people to be
Children
sharing
at that.
their goddamn OnlyFans on fucking Twitter and freaking Instagram. I'm tired of us like literally putting whores up as goddamn fucking pedestal goddesses so that young children like my daughter, kids in her class are showing up in crop tops and mini shorts. They are 9. They are
Well,
fucking 9 and it is okay.
so I'm
Okay,
about to give
so
y'all some. Hold on, real quick. Everybody says that they're tired of it, right? Mac's been tired of it. I'll give y'all some full transparency. Motherfuckers burned me at the stake for my whorish ways. How y'all think it's like a slap in the face seeing that shit? Like, damn, everybody talked about me so
well,
bad for being a male
It,
whore.
but here's the thing. This is just recent, okay? This is not something that built up. I mean, this is just something that changed, okay? And the sexualization of children is one of the worst things I've ever seen. I mean, these people have like what they call gender affirmation experts or therapists. That is not even a thing. Okay. It is not a child's decision what they are. Not until they're 18. These kids are impressionable. You don't want to do that. You don't take a 4-year-old that still believes in Santa Claus and go, what are you, a boy or a girl? Or what do you want to be? They don't know. They don't even have a full grasp of reality yet.
No,
and they're trying to say that gender is assigned at birth.
Abuse. It is considered child abuse. If I deny my 9-year-old, if she decides, which she never will, but if she decided tomorrow that her teacher has told her that she should try out being a boy for a little bit because maybe she wasn't actually a girl, maybe she was supposed to be a boy. Like, we're complaining about the goddamn reproduction rate. Like, they're talking about how the reproduction rate's going down, but you're pushing this LGBTQ shit to the point that you're basically going to completely eliminate any new child bearing that's going to fucking happen.
This latest generation is the guinea pigs. Let's just put it that way. What they don't understand is that about 10 years after this hormone therapy, they're going to have cancer.
I'll keep
they're using their what they called puberty blocker is the same drug that they use for chemical castration for sexual offenders. Did you know that?
Yes.
That is the same drug that they use for sexual offenders. Okay.
So
wait, hold on. It gets worse than that. In Canada,
don't forget,
in
sex
Canada,
offenders are it's just a mental health disorder. They can get better. They're just sick. We're not allowed to talk negatively upon them because they're sick.
Bullshit.
Hold on.
But hold on, I'm not finished. Hold on. This is where it gets even worse. In Canada, they just recently passed a law where they can give a child, if you go to take your child to a doctor, they can give that child hormone therapy without the parent's consent.
Yep. And you know the only province that fought back on it and won was Alberta? Our premier stepped up, and she's getting dragged through the mud over it because she stepped up and went, under no circumstances are any doctors in my province allowed to give hormone blockers, any sex changes, anything like that to anybody under the age of 18. Do you know how many people came forward and complained? They started talking about how bad she was, what a terrible human being. They're trying to get her pushed out of office, all because she's looking out for and protecting our children like she's supposed to.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Gender dysphoria is a thing. It really is. I get it.
You still have to let them grow proper first. You can actually fuck them up.
Thank you. I can point you in the directions to women who have transitioned to men and had the full surgeries and wish they would have never done it because they're dying. Yep. They're having infections like crazy. They have no support from the doctors that did the work. You know, and I mean, it goes on and on and on. I can give you lists of things that go wrong with these things.
There is a girl. A girl. She came out and spoke, and she was bribed about 4 years ago. Not really bribed, but like that's how it would feel to you because a psychiatrist was talking to her, and a psychiatrist basically told her what was wrong with her when actuality the actual problem with her was that she was molested when she was a child.
Then that's not a real psychologist or psychiatrist.
And so she went through everything. She went through the year of dressing as the person. She got the surgery to everything. And after she went through proper therapy, she realized that she still wanted to be a woman. Do you know how hard it is to transition back? She is stuck the way she is.
Yeah.
And she is brought by it because she was convinced, and she wasn't even an adult yet. She wasn't even 25. And nobody even thought about her brain development because her brain development became stunted.
Because they don't care. Most of those studies were based on fraudulent studies. Like Kinsey. Kinsey got all of his studies from inmates, from child predators, from sex offenders, and everything else. It was pseudoscience at best. But yet he's a revered psychiatrist. No, he's not.
No.
As Metsky says, 80% of children who had blockers and had gender dysphoria changed their mind and regretted it when they hit 18 and up. And it has happened.
Like I said,
we've all had our experimental phase.
The
puberty blockers are...
Kinsey.
Kinsey is a psychiatrist. They came out with a study about gender and all this other crap. And that's when this weird stuff is that's when a lot of this weird shit started changing. You
And
know,
I get okay, so I get you. I get what you saying he is. I'm gonna ask again. Who the fuck is he?
but that's the thing. You know, a bunch of people took his fraudulent studies and ran with it, and they think that's law, and that's the problem. You know, if he's got a Kinsey building on his campus, well, that's kind of shitty. That well, right. Most can't have children now because they no longer have periods. Those drugs, those puberty blockers, are the same ones, like I said, that they use for chemical castration on sex offenders. Why would you give that to a child, male or female? Because yeah, it does delay puberty. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't just start back up. And if you're a boy and you take that, guess what? Your nuts will never work.
He said your nuts will never work.
No, it's chemical castration, literally.
Yep.
I want to say it's called Lupin or Lupan or something like that. It's some kind of weird name for the drug. I forgot what it is. And I mean, these people won't even call it drugs. It's therapies.
That's just it.
You know, drugs makes it a hang up. No, it's a fucking drug.
Here, they've moved on from drugs. Okay, instead of fixing any of this with mental health or giving them drugs, now they offer them medically assisted suicide. What you get.
Well, I mean,
So,
the thing is that most of these people who transition within 7 to 10 years after the transition, they do commit suicide.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's that at the end of the day, like, no matter which way you look at it, you hear them complain about the birth rate, but then you see everything they're doing from the start of COVID, even prior to that. But like, it started to get really, really hefty during COVID when people got left to their own devices with the fucking internet and all that shit. Literally, all they're trying to do is kill people. Yes, they're talking about all this carbon capture. They're talking about lowering the carbon. It's not about actually lowering what we're putting out. It's not about putting carbon condoms on your fucking tailpipes and on the top of all these smokestacks to capture the condom and bury it in a goddamn fucking concrete blockade down in Saskatchewan. No, it's to literally kill you. Slowly at first, but at the end of the day, it is going to kill you off. And as much as people don't want to buy into conspiracy theories, there's not a lot I buy into, but the government wants to kill us. That is their goal. I am telling you this right now. They want to kill us.
I think, you know what? I really do believe that it's from an insurance standpoint. Let me finish saying what I was saying because I started talking before you said hold on. From an insurance standpoint, you got to look at it like this. If you take all of this hormone therapy and you regret it and you have cancer 10 years from now, then your insurance should drop you. Period.
They're going to.
You're on your own at that point. You know.
They're already starting to cut all the insurance programs. They're cutting all of them, and they're cutting doctors' fundings. You're only getting doctors that don't give a fuck. They're firing doctors.
All right, let Max had something to say. What's that, Max?
I forgot 6 of the things I was going to say, but I got 2 of them on my head. I forgot 6 of them. That's why I kept being like, hey, hold on, because I was trying to hold on to my thoughts too. But okay, so let me start with carbon. I'm just going to speak for me personally. I am not going to sit here and tell y'all that all this stuff that people talking about carbon, true or false. I don't have enough information to tell you that.
It's
Here's
true.
What I think. Hold on.
There is studies, but yeah.
Let me finish, please. What I will say is this is a subject that done hit the internet and then went left. Because I'll be dead honest. They ain't about to make no changes for real. They ain't about to do nothing. Like people be throwing all these, they're going to do this because of carbon. Man, listen, I can walk out my door right now, take a 10-minute walk, and I'm at a refinery.
Yeah.
I live down the street from the refinery, and go ahead.
Oh, okay. So the Earth has cycles. You know, it happened during the first ice age. All of the polar ice caps melted. There was no industry then. Same thing happened then. It disrupted the currents and the North Atlantic current and all that other fun stuff, which caused everything to freeze. And it stayed like that. Okay? Until things change again. It's a cycle. Okay, so here's the thing: the amount of carbon, if worse come to worse, the amount of that's exactly the amount of carbon that we've produced might have sped that up by roughly 100 years. Now, if you look at that in the grand scheme of things, that's like 10 minutes in world time, if you think about it.
But in
You
what
know,
world is money gonna fix it? Like, I'm sorry, but like,
yes, money's not
money's
going to
not gonna
fix
fix.
it. Money's not going to fix it unless they build the carbon capture plants that would be necessary to reverse it. And
No,
that's not going to happen. And the reason
the
it's
way
not
that
going to
they're
happen
planning it
is
is not gonna work.
right. Well, the reason it's not going to happen, well, no, carbon capture plants do work, but the reason they're not going to build them is because it doesn't make anyone any money. This world economy is driven by money. And if you can't make money doing something, they're not going to do it. They'll charge you for it, but they're not going to do anything about it. Yeah, less people, less emissions, but really and truthfully, we're a small dot on the grand scale of things as far as people and what we do to pollute the world. We are very, very small.
And
We're a
we are
very,
very,
very
very
small
small,
statistic.
but we are all conglomerated in one spot. People stopped spreading themselves out. They all want to be too close to each other or too close to this necessity. People are not willing to spread out anymore. That is the huge issue. And when you've got fucking
That's not
300
true.
million people in
No,
one goddamn fucking city,
that's not true. It'll be like I used to feel like everybody just be like there's no like country. Dead honest. I spend you
I'm
be
I'm a rural dweller. I
Whoa,
don't
what
live in
was that?
cities.
you'll be like I'll be honest. You'll be with taking this Amazon job. It's kind of you'll be helped me like see certain shit differently. Like even though Michigan right there, like it'd be different. Like oh crap, people do live different. There are people that live out in the country. There are people.
But
I mean that
that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is that to think that we're the ones that's causing all of this climate change. Yeah, you're causing, all the pollution. No, the world goes through cycles. There's been 40 million ice ages in the last 800 million years. Why? I mean, they didn't have civilizations back then, with driving cars around, and the same thing still happened. We are a very, very small fractional thing that just causes a little bit of issues. You get what I'm saying? So in about 300 years, we'll see our ice age. People will still be on Earth. But if we wouldn't have
But
had
their
all this
plan is
carbon
to
and
make it a
emissions,
smaller amount. That's all. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're just trying to make it a smaller amount. They just want. So I'm saying they just want to kill a whole bunch of people. That's why they're not really coming down. Yeah, they're coming down kind of hard on people that are pushing back. But we're still sitting here. We're still kicking it. We're still walking around, denying, refusing to take certain things, refusing to fall for a lot of their tactics. And that's why they're letting us do that because there still does have to be survivors. But at the end of the day, if you're going to be dumb enough to buy into all the stupid shit they're fucking selling and you fucking die or you start getting sick, don't fucking come crying to me. You fucking chose that
no,
shit. You walked right up there, you signed up,
just
and you
same
fucking
thing
wanted it.
with everybody with the COVID vaccine. And here's President Biden right now after he done said, well, if you get all these boosters, you won't get COVID. He's
all right.
literally said that in press
So
conferences. And now he's
during
got COVID.
during COVID, I never once elaborated on why I had the firm stance I wasn't getting a vaccine. I never once
Oh,
did. I just kept saying my body, my choice.
I could tell you
I'm
why I didn't.
I'm about to tell you.
Go
Let him
ahead.
say it.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why I didn't. Since I've been a kid, I ain't really gelled with vaccines and medicine like that. As a kid, I never got vaccinated for chickenpox. Now, when I lived with my mom had 5 kids. Everybody in that house, there was like twice everybody in that house had chickenpox but me. That experience just really stuck with me through life. So when COVID happened and they was pushing the vaccine, I just was like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna take my chance.
Well, my thing is I'm not gonna, you can They tried to say that the vaccines were safe because, they had all these computer models and this, that, and the other saying that it was safe and blah, 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 blah. I am not going to take a vaccine without seeing clinical data. And what that means is about 5 to 10 years worth of clinical data where they can actually show actual side effects, because a computer model does not know everything. You cannot load every factor into a computer model and get accurate results. I don't care who they are or what they say. That is just facts. Okay.
Man,
Well, and okay. So now getting to what he just said, I've never had chicken pox, even being purposely exposed. But if you did, you better go get a shingles vaccine. Because guess what?
I actually, want what's messed up? I also never got chicken pox as a kid, and when I got pregnant, do you know what they forced me to take because they said it would kill my baby if I didn't? They made me take a vaccine that vaccinates you from the chicken pox, because they can tell from your blood whether you're immune, because once you get it once, you're supposed to be immune. But once you get that vaccination for the chicken pox, you are now at a higher risk of getting shingles as well.
Oh, yeah. No, you are carrying the shingles virus.
Yep.
Not only that, I'm going to keep it $1.50 with y'all. The fact that the government was just giving that shot out, I ain't trust it.
They tried to pay us to take it because people were refusing to take it. That's the reason I refused it. Like, if you have to pay me to take it, I ain't taking it.
Let's think back in recent years. The last drug that the government was just freely giving people was Percocets and all types of opiates, and look what that caused.
The whole drug epidemic thing, the whole opioid epidemic is a government generated epidemic.
So listen, that was a dance with the devil. That was a dance with the devil.
I mean, that whole opioid epidemic is government generated. They are the reason why there's an epidemic. They freely let doctors write as many of these prescriptions. I mean, you go in there with a hangnail and they would give you Loratabs.
Okay, so during the time when it was like free, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was partying like a rock star.
Unless it's a legitimate news source, Hoey, I don't even care. I mean, that would have to
like rock star.
No, I'm talking about this right here. Unless this is a legitimate news source, not some right-wing weirdo news source, I'm not touching that.
Man, listen, it don't matter if them people get caught, because they gonna grease the wheels. You know why? It's money in it. And when I say money, I'm talking about when you look at that overall, it's like you said, Scott, it generates money.
Yeah.
It'd be like
if they can't make money off of it, they don't do it. So,
and they're gonna make their money one way or another. It'd be like you get caught with it, you gonna get entangled in the legal system. In the legal system,
and I'll give you a good example of that. Somebody was telling me the other day that they can't understand how SpaceX became so much more advanced than NASA. That's easy. Because SpaceX didn't have the all of the government controls in place to stop them from doing things and to stop them from doing research, which is why they flew past NASA, literally flew past them. I mean, they have entire rockets that land themselves after they shoot something off into space. Really? NASA could never do that. Why? There's too many government controls in place. Government's not good. Okay.
NASA still ain't even been able to produce valid footage of a moon landing yet.
Yes, they have. All of that footage is from the 60s. I mean, there's no doubt. Okay, there's no doubt that there's been a lunar landing. China flew over and sent back pictures of one of the lunar landing modules sitting up there on the moon. It's still there. India did the same thing.
Show me there's actual picture of outer space. Show me an actual. I don't want to see an artist rendition.
Okay, that's easy.
That's an actual photo.
ISS broadcasts once a day. Every day. They broadcast from space once a day. By the way, those 2 astronauts that got lost in space by Boeing finally made it to the ISS. So they're safe. But I'm really glad that Boeing just kind of like screwed that all up and almost lost them. You know, that's wonderful. That's a very, very good, you know. Oh, absolutely. And you see, the thing about that is because they get contracts, they have to do everything by bids. And then you want to know why they have to pay $5,000 for a hammer? Because that's the cheapest bid that they could get. And by law, they're required to take that.
So, hold on real quick. Hold on. You take this, open image in a new tab. Quit playing with me right now. Hold on.
I'm not playing with you. I mean, it's real, Max.
Hold on.
We've been to we have not been to the moon no more than the Earth is flat. Let's just put it that way.
Hold on.
We all know the Earth is not flat, right? Are we all on the same page with that?
I don't have a. So hold on. So we looking at this picture of this astronaut that they said
that's an AI That's not a real picture, but
okay. I just wanted to make sure we under the impression like pictures like this are not real.
That's not a real picture. No, I can tell. I can look at that picture and tell it's not real. For one, why would he need his lights on?
For two, if you look at the visor, right, Earth behind him. So how the hell is the Earth reflected in the visor if Earth is behind him?
No, I mean that's not a there is people up there right now circling the Earth every day in the ISS. You could actually get a Walmart telescope and go outside on certain days and watch it fly over your house.
So,
you know,
I typically, I'll be honest, should be like, I voice skepticism. You've probably got the most interaction out of me on this topic. My ultimate stance is until I can go myself or see it for myself, all I can do is listen to what people be giving me and take it with a grain of salt.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is if you really want to see what's in space, go buy a $10 telescope from Walmart, set it up, and just go sit out there. You can you can read on Google when the ISS is supposed to pass over your location, and you can watch it fly right there in the sky, right over you. As long as it's clear sky, obviously. Yeah, that's a low Earth orbit. It's not a high Earth orbit because they would have lost it by now. They do sell tickets to low Earth orbit tickets. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that before.
So but you can fly. What's the difference between a refractor telescope and a reflector telescope?
I'm not an astronomist or anything, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh. I don't know.
I know it's the difference in the lenses. One uses a mirror and one uses refracted light from lenses.
Okay. You say go buy a telescope. I'm dead ass like starting to now. Now I'm starting to go ahead, hit Google and price me a telescope.
What you want to look at for one is the ones that you can see the most with. You know, there's telescopes you can actually buy to stick on your phone camera now, if you really wanted to. You can look at all the craters on the moon.
Oh yeah, see. Hold on. What? Shopping. Hold on.
Light 3 of those and throw me one, Jackie.
Let's see.
I wish I could.
I need to stop smoking in front of you because you need to quit, and I need to support you on this because you can do this, Todd.
I know, I'm trying.
I know you are, and I'm proud of you.
I got the green light to use the patches, so I'm doing good on that. Yeah, I mean, but as far as the moon landing, I mean, that's been debunked so many times, especially since China and India threw up satellites that's orbiting the moon now, and both of them have sent back pictures of the lunar landers sitting in tranquility lakes up there on the moon. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to dispute that now. I would say anyway. Max is over here getting ready to buy a telescope just because of me. Google it though. You can actually Google when the ISS is going to fly over your
Actually,
location.
listen, actually, yes, I am. Because now I'm looking at stuff. I'm finding I think I'm finding telescopes that might. Oh yeah, there's a way to pair my camera with this. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They got some really nice ones out there. You can look at all kind of stuff with a telescope. You can see satellites when they pass over, all kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. See, I'm
When I
about to
was young,
You
find.
I
can
used
look at
to
other
have a.
planets. You know, you
When
can
I was
see Jupiter if you got a good enough one.
I'll never buy into the not buying into the NASA stuff. Like ever since I was a child, I've been obsessed with space and a lot of stuff to do with it. Unfortunately, when I found out the requirements to get into the NASA program, I had to give up my hopes and dreams as I got into high school of ever working for NASA or ever becoming an astronaut because it's
I
intense.
mean,
You have to get good grades in math, and I fucking hate math. Okay, sorry, but I hate math. I'm dyslexic, and you can't be a fighter pilot if you're dyslexic, and you have to be able to fly a fighter jet like an F-18 to be an astronaut and fly like a rocket.
plus you're
So
too short. So
actually, no, believe it or not, the one thing that short people can do is become a fighter jet pilot because the cockpits are small.
that did not sound right. But
Bingo.
okay.
God damn, not bad though.
I
Second
got
down.
told that when I joined Air Cadets because I was part of Air Cadets for a while.
Max, you don't
But
need to
I
buy
used to look
the
up
Hubble.
there all the time with my Toys R Us telescope, and I was able to see so many different things like meteor showers. I would take it out then to go watch the meteor showers and stuff like that. If you haven't ever used a telescope, I recommend you actually go and do it.
And what's funny to me is that they always talk about the radiation belt that surrounds the Earth. When the same doctor that discovered it literally figured out that you could just put a wrapping of aluminum foil around something and stop that radiation. And that's why everything was covered in aluminum foil when they shot it up to the moon.
It
You
makes it look
know,
super
the
cheap.
Van
I will
Allen
give
belt.
all the deniers that. The way that they build stuff for outer space,
Well, I mean,
it looks funny.
you're in a vacuum. You know, there's nothing, there's no pressure, there's nothing to like squish anything. I mean, so you really don't need that much. I mean, now the inner shells of the living quarters and stuff, yeah, those are robust and very thick because they got to be able to hold an atmosphere, a breathable atmosphere for the astronaut. But as far as like stopping the electronics on around the outside of it, you you know, you don't really need nothing that crazy to stop it. You know, you just stopping radiation, and you literally just wrap it in aluminum foil, and you're good to go. And that's the funniest thing is the Van Allen belt, and Professor Van Allen was even told him it's not even really that much radiation. You just put some foil around everything, you're good. You know. But everybody, you know, the flat Earth is this, that, and there's a firmament, and blah 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 blah. When you could literally watch shit fly over.
It's a cube Earth. It's a cube Earth. It's not round. It's not flat. It's a cube.
Yeah, whatever. Cubed Earth. Bullion cube Earth. Chicken bouillon cube Earth. No, then John James would eat the planet. No, so never mind. Max, I didn't send Max into a rabbit hole. I could see it in his face.
Not so much as a rabbit hole. Okay, so when it comes to buying like certain like equipment, I am really that type. Like I start comparing and to contrasting to figure out like what features I want. So now you then gave me the idea. I done already found the adapter to fit it to my camera. Now I'm just looking at different telescopes that are compatible with cameras.
You should see my Canon, the one lens I got for it, man. I get some good pictures with it.
So I got to get an adapter for my new lens, but oh yes. So the first one is the one that came with the camera. This is the baby that came with the camera. She's nice. She's nice. This is what we have upgraded to.
I love my camera. I'm not gonna lie, I love my camera and all the things that come with it. It's my favorite baby.
I'm having fun. You'll be like, I never envisioned myself getting a camera and starting to play with photography, but I'm definitely having fun with it.
I've been doing it for so long. Like I couldn't afford a nice camera, so I always did it with my phone, and I had like all the different like photo lab stuff and all that. And then Chad, because he loves me so much, he went out and bought me an expensive camera and told me to like really start working with it. He was like, "You need to actually get out there and work with this because
See?
like you have fun."
Howie, you need to stop. You need to just lay the pipe down for one day. Just one day.
Hey, it's a nice big hefty lens. Thankfully, I had a friend that had it and didn't need it no more, and he sold it to me for half price. That is a $400 lens, so half price is a steal.
Oh no! I get it. I get it.
Eesh, fucking adapter is like $150 for it though.
Jackie, go in our chat and look at that because that's just ridiculous. People saving pictures of other people's children to use against them later is just disgusting.
Yep. Right?
That's weird.
That is very pedophilic. You know, that is very, very pedophilic. And I'm just going to say that now.
I'm sick of people using kids and they get mad.
Well, I mean, he probably never could have any kids. I mean, the dude's 60 and still doing Facebook drama. If he's not 60, he looks really bad for his age. I'm just going to put that out there. And he needs to stop wearing Kango hats. That's a disgrace to Kango.
Man, don't tell me he like a throwback 1980s pimp stuck in the new time.
Oh, no. He looks more like a potato farmer.
No, he looks like freaking Uncle Fester before that has actually seen sun.
He can't even own a Kango. That's blasphemous.
I have several Kango hats.
You've got a cool factor. You can get it off.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't. You just said he looks like Fester and the potato farmer. No,
with his, because it's like one of those like 1800s type looking Kangos. You know what I'm talking about? And he's got it kind of like cocked to the side,
Oh yeah, no,
he's one of those guys that's like aging like milk. I mean, really aging like milk.
No, and he thinks he's the best thing ever, and he's literally like a woman hater. Like he flat out thinks that all women are trash, and he openly says it all the freaking time. He picks on women, but all the women flock to him.
Look, we didn't even have to say a name.
Oh, so Bill Button, Bill legitimate son.
That's bad. That's bad whenever somebody figures it out and you don't even say their name.
He literally sits and chills with one of the biggest, baddest, most powerful people that supposedly rescued so many kids from a freaking bus wreck, but yet does nothing but pick on
I thought he
vulnerable women.
Dead people.
No, he rescued children from a bus when it rolled over and caught on fire. Supposedly.
So how about he get whoever that is meat out of his mouth and quit talking about their life and talk about his life?
Oh, his life is sad and pathetic. He knows that. That's why he picks on ours.
I'm just saying,
he lives in Scotland. All he can live off is potatoes. It's fine.
It's one thing to talk your friends up, or you'll be tell people that your friends are doing cool things. That's one thing, right? But when you're making your way talking about somebody else's exploits, you might as well have their meat all in your mouth.
He probably does. Kenneth, do you have a grinder?
I'm dead.
I mean, Kenneth wears thongs and takes pictures of it, so he definitely sucks dick. And his favorite's kiwi dick. That also takes pictures of children.
I don't even want to know.
Oh man.
Where do y'all find these people at? Where do they come from?
The internet.
Where do these people come from?
That's why I
Are
don't
these
stay in those chats anymore because those people are just dumb.
I was
It's
bored
like
today, okay? I was
They are
It's the
bored.
same repetitive. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about them. They're just like the same repetitive, idiotic bullshit, just all the time, and they never shut up. And it's like, dude, go touch some grass or something. You know, I mean, come on. These people have no lives whatsoever. It's crazy. They're more worried about what everybody else is doing.
Motherfucker, go get a job, get a hustle, go get something, get something.
Right.
Or y'all be saying to y'all like be bringing up people and I'd be like, what in the wow?
Because this is like just the idiots that we see on a daily basis when we're online. And, you know, it's just crazy. They watched us 10 years ago. All right, we're at the one.
I'm just speechless.
Is anybody got some final thoughts?
No, but all of you can eat shit and die.
So listen, you meet any of these type of people that they are describing, you probably need to go do some drugs.
That's right. All right, so if you're tuned into the radio, we're not going to be doing an after show because I have some stuff I need to go take care of. So this has been another edition of the CSHR Random Happenings, CSHR Radio. Thank you for watching. Shut up, Max. You're making me laugh over here. We want to thank our guest tonight, well, my co-host, Miss Hyde, and our guest, Mr. Max Too Unholy, our station manager. I'm going to hurt you, I swear. Stop it. Y'all have a great night.